Thank you, Lester. New tonight at 6 o'clock, it is the monthly payment that millions of Americans make every single month, of course, trying to chip away at the cost of their education. As of March, student debt accounted for more than $1.7 trillion.
But could a portion of that debt be suddenly forgiven? Some lawmakers are pushing for that to happen, but others are questioning whether it really is the best solution. Our Rob Hackford has this Two on Your Side original.
It's greater than every car loan in America and the sum of all credit card debt. The ballooning problem of student loans isn't new for millions of Americans. What has been for the past year and 2 months is the option to wait on paying them back.
I understand why DC is having this conversation right now.
That conversation is student loan forgiveness, the cancellation elimination just flat out erasing the student debt of 45 million Americans. It's a pitch being made mostly by Democrats, with the president proposing up to $10,000 forgiven and others aiming for $50K, including Senator Chuck Schumer.
For too many these days, student debt has become the anchor weighting them down.
To me personally, student loans are sort of a double-edged sword. They've made college accessible for some, but they've limited opportunities beyond college for others.
People need to rethink what they know about student loans.
Alan Collins is with the group studentloanjustice.org. They're pushing for this proposal and have amassed over 1 million signatures in this online petition.
This is not a partisan problem. This is not a young person's problem either. You know, there are more people over the age of 50 with student loans than under the age of 25. And they owe 3 times more than that younger group.
But more than just forgiveness, Collins wants to reform the entire lending system, restore bankruptcy protections for student loans, and slow the rising cost of college.
So we are now calling on President Biden to cancel all federally owned student loans, which he can do by executive order.
But can President Biden really forgive $1.7 trillion in student loan debt all on his own? Well, while supporters like Collins and Senator Schumer believe he can, others don't believe he has the constitutional right. In fact, the White House isn't sure.
That's a review that would need to take place. There's a legal consideration. There's a policy consideration. Once that's concluded, he'll decide the path forward.
The U.S. Department of Education did start a review in early April, and the White House has said President Biden would sign loan forgiveness legislation if it passed through Congress, although that's unlikely. Experts in higher education have also testified that there may be better options to address the most impacted groups, which include minority, first-generation, and low-income students.
Some might argue that these facts justify a blunt intervention, like mass loan cancellation, which would not require borrowers to jump through hoops. But that's not the case.
I don't think talking about student loan forgiveness as a stimulus is the right way to deal with this. And it doesn't really deal with our underlying problem, which is that many students are taking out more debt than they're prepared to manage.
Instead of using loan forgiveness as a short-term solution, Nathan Dawn Barnett, a professor at the University of Buffalo, believes doubling the Pell Grant, adding more financial counseling, and improving the application process for taxpayer-funded programs, things like public service loan forgiveness, which 98% of applicants fail to qualify for, would be time better spent by lawmakers.
We as a society benefit when more students are educated, but society needs to assume the risk of that investment. If it doesn't pay off for everybody, which it won't, every investment's a risk, then we should assume some of that responsibility and make the student loan forgiveness programs more feasible.
An investment in the future of higher education that could make college more accessible, more affordable, and keep student loans from continuing their climb. In Buffalo, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.
Asks a lot of interesting questions there. Rob, by the way, spoke to several financial advisors in the area, and they all recommended that students or graduates seek out individual financial advice.
Yeah, that's very important. They also agreed that if you do have student loans and you can afford to pay them off, and you can do that right now, it is best to keep chipping away at them because no one is exactly sure what will happen in the future.
Yeah, and not good to just stop paying on them. Bad things will happen.
Yes, that's for sure. Not good for your credit.